Don't you ever come back to my house again. You moneyless high school dropout. I will never let someone of your likes marry my brother, ever. Hold your horses, Autumn. Hitting me and then tossing me out of the house like that? And now you're calling me a moneyless high school dropout? Why do I have to be the one treated like this by you? I had to do all of that in order for you to understand what part of society you're really a part of. And you will not be allowed to marry my brother who graduated top of the class at Harvard as a dropout. I really have no clue how you were able to fool him into wanting to marry you in the first place, but I'm not as simple-minded. You are a lowlife, so you go find one of your own kind to marry. Lowlife? I get that people like to judge others a lot based on their education, but I've never run into anyone as horribly judgmental as you. I'm sure you only ever wanted to be with my brother because he's going to be bringing in lots of money, right? You don't actually have an ounce of love in you for him, right? Well, I'm not letting some witch like you have my brother. Are you freaking kidding me? I love Fred with all my heart, and I've been wanting to marry him for such a long time. That's the whole reason why today your parents asked for me to come over so we could talk more about the wedding and everything. But to think that his little sister would be the one out of all of Fred's family to slap me and then force me out of the house, I cannot believe what's happened. I'm so sorry, Aline. I not only graduated from Harvard myself, but I was also top of my club in karate. So I didn't think that small slap would be so powerful towards your weak little body. Well, I promise that from now on, I'll be a little bit nicer with my swings. You're calling me the weak one? Yes, I am. Not only are you a lowlife, but you don't even realize how weak you are physically. You only tried marrying my brother so that you could get to his money and nothing else, right? He made it out of Harvard, top of his class, so not only is he extremely cool, but he's working for a very well-known and large company. But man, I'm so surprised that he's already being taken advantage of by a loser like you who only wants to trick him for his money. I told you already that I want him because of my love for him. Calling me a lowlife and a weakling, though, that's not okay. I get that I dropped out of high school, but that does not give you any right to treat me like I'm garbage. Well, let me just say that a high school dropout with no money is the same thing as a cockroach in this world. So I'm going to start calling you that instead now. I'm sure your family never had any money for you, so there was no hope of you getting into any college, right? That's why you just gave up and dropped out. So you should just go find someone your own class and marry them instead. All you're doing by coming after my brother is ruining his image as a successful young man. This is getting nowhere with you. You're just going to keep calling me horrible things based off me never graduating high school. And now you're even calling me society's cockroach? That's probably why you're just like society's gorilla, throwing hands without even bothering to understand the situation first. You are the worst of the worst. Huh? You have no right talking to me like that, you cockroach. You lowlifes all need to shut the hell up. You and the rest of your kind need to stop thinking that you can marry people like my brother. I'm withdrawing my offer to you. Huh? I'm not going to let someone as violent and explosive as you come work with me. The way you smacked me without ever talking to me first just goes to show that you don't care about anyone besides yourself. Did you know that I could tell the police right now about what you did to me and they'd be all over you? I might just do that. And since you'll have the police on you, I can't have you working with me. I have no idea what you're talking about. What the hell are you talking about having that offer withdrawn? Autumn, you are pretty much done with school now and have been looking for work, right? You happened to send in a resume to Green Earth Ltd. Asking to come work, right? You must have heard about that from my brother. Well, that's exactly right. I'm one of the best students from my class at Harvard, and I have been given an offer already by Green Earth to go work for them really soon. And did you know that I am also working at Green Earth? And since I'm working in the HR department, I'll most likely be the one responsible for hiring you. Excuse me? I'm sure you totally forgot about the conversation you had with me before, because you were so happy to finally find a company that would offer a job to you, right? I forgot about you a little bit as well, until today when I first saw your face at your house. You're lying, right? There's no way in hell a dropout like you is working for a company as large as that. If you're having a hard time believing me, then go take a look at the offer I sent to you before, and you'll see my name on it signed at the bottom. That should have already arrived for you, so you can have a look yourself and see the proof. What? I feel bad that I'm already having to withdraw that offer from you, but in exchange for that, I won't be calling the police. But having heard you call me a cockroach a couple times now, makes me wonder if you've looked in the mirror lately. You might want to take a look at yourself as well after this, because you will have just lost all your pride. Huh? Well, I guess you are still that violent gorilla, and unlike you, I'm just your average adult that knows how to act in situations like these. So be happy that I've been kind enough not to want to have the police involved. Now, good day to you, Autumn.
I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday with my little sister. Autumn has always been a little too involved with other people's education, and really likes to judge them based off it. I just never assumed she'd be the kind of person to come out of nowhere and slap you though, just because you dropped out of high school. Has the swelling gone down yet? Are you going to be okay?
I put ice on it right as I got home, and most of the swelling is gone now.
That's good to hear. But I'm sure it's not just your face that is hurting right now. She said a lot of terrible things about you, and I'm sure that hurt your heart just as badly.
I actually don't care a whole lot about what she called me, so don't worry. After my parents' business failed, I had to drop out of high school. During that tough phase in my life, I had to see a lot of people change really quickly into completely different people. And when it comes to how people look at me now because I never finished high school, there are a lot with views like Autumn.
But unlike all those other people that care so much about education through schooling, you learned a lot at home helping your parents, and in the real world working jobs. Even now you're working at such a large company, making bank. I myself am so impressed with you, and feel terrible that you have to live with people like my sister around you. It hurts.
Thank you for thinking of me that way, Fred. Anyway, how has Autumn been after a day has passed?
Both myself and my parents have been pissed with her, so she's starting to settle down now, and all of today she hasn't left her bedroom.
Well then, that must mean she hasn't told anyone yet about how I withdrew my offer to have her work for Green Earth.
Huh? What do you mean you withdrew that offer?
Actually, a little while back she received an offer from this company asking for her to come work for us. But I told her yesterday that the offer would be withdrawn now. This doesn't even have to do with the company itself, but the fact that we will not allow anyone as violent and explosive as her to come work here.
What? She got an offer from your company to come work there? I knew you were an amazing person for being able to land a job there in the HR department, but you're telling me you offered her a job as well? I guess that's why she's been so happy recently about getting an offer from her #1 workplace. She must have been talking about Green Earth.
I'm planning to have a formal email sent to her very soon telling her that she will indeed be losing that offer to come work here. I'm hoping that after seeing that, she'll be willing to leave her room. Do you think I've gone a little too far by doing this, though?
No way. No matter what the reasoning was, she has no right hitting you like that and thinking it's okay to do so. If anything, I'm happy you're being that strict with her. For a while now, my family has had a lot of trouble handling her. So I'm hoping that after she gets a taste of reality with that email from you and the company, she'll turn her attitude around and become a responsible adult.
She's been that much of a problem for you guys?
She's always been such a pain in the butt for anyone that doesn't have the same or better education or work than her. And it's not just towards strangers either. She'll act like that even to her own family members and close friends. There was even a time where one of her cousins failed their exam at school, and she told my parents to never let that whole family be a part of ours again because of it.
What?
She's even told friends of hers that went to less popular colleges than Harvard to go away because they aren't as good as her.
She's even worse than I thought. To think there are people that base all their judgment towards others off only their education and work. It's sad.
I just told my parents about how you're withdrawing that offer to her. They both told me that they're thankful for what you're doing to her. Also, they'd both like to apologize to you at some point for what my sister did. It was because of her that we couldn't finish the talks that we had about the marriage and wedding, right? We'll have to put another date together so that you can meet my parents again, okay?
Wait, is that all right?
Of course it is. And this time, my sister won't be allowed to join us, so you won't have to worry. Maybe the four of us could go out to lunch or something and take our time talking about all of this.
That would be perfect. I'll talk with you later about a day that'll work for me. Can you make sure to talk with your parents then about said day and make any reservations?
Sure thing. I'll see you later then.
Hello. Long time no see, right? How's your head doing after a month has passed since I smacked it? Perhaps it's still a little bit swollen. Oh my, I never expected I'd be hearing from you again, Autumn. Does this mean you're finally coming to apologize to me? Huh? Why would I ever do that? There's no reason for me to apologize to a cockroach. I mean, I was totally in the right hitting you in the head like I did. What? Thinking you could marry my brother when you never made it out of high school? You deserved a good hit to your head. So I'm not apologizing to you for anything. You had the job offer that you bragged so much about canceled, and yet you're still acting like this? Then tell me why the heck you've come to talk to me today. I've come to teach you once again what kind of low-life scum you really are. Me? I'm already pissed that someone with no education like you wants to marry my brother. But not only have you tried to do that, but now you've stolen my offer for that job at Green Earth. There's no way a company like that has any use for you, as all you are is a waste of their payroll. Yet you think you're everything to them there and can do whatever you want to a Harvard graduate like me. So I've come back once again to teach you just how low of a cockroach you really are, Aileen. I just want to get this part straightened out a little. Both Fred and your parents have been really upset with you, right? You had that job offer withdrawn from you, and they had to tell you just how pissed they've been. However, even after all of that, you still haven't learned to play nice? So far, no matter what I've said to my family, they don't seem to catch a hint. They're all from amazing schools, yet have zero common sense. I mean, my brother was taken advantage of by you. And my parents may be smart, but I guess they never made it out of an Ivy League school like me. I've started to learn that none of them understand just how amazing of a daughter and sister I really am to all of them. Oh. That's why I'm going to be using far smarter and superior people from now on. With all these new people in my life, they'll be able to see just how amazing of a woman I am and will brag about having me around. And then they'll help me get rid of you. I'm going to get that job offer back from Green Earth and will take your place. So if you're wondering who these people are, they happen to be your higher-ups within that company, including the CEO. You're talking with the CEO? Those like me who have degrees from Ivy League colleges can do anything they put their mind to. And not only that, they can get the help of anyone, including CEOs of large companies like Green Earth. That's why today I went to your company. And I went in front of your CEO and all the other managers and told them how upset I was that a high school dropout like you withdrew my job offer. You're lying, right? You went all the way to the CEO about this? And of course, the CEO understood my plea. He listened to everything I had to complain about and told me he'd handle it all as soon as possible. I knew someone like the CEO would be able to understand a Harvard grad like me. And soon I'll be allowed to work for the company in your place and help bring this company to the next level. Autumn, you really cause a lot of problems for everyone around you, don't you? Maybe I'm just too good for all you lowlifes, and that's why you're all left with problems? Are you sure? Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to be fired now because of me. This is what happens when a dropout like you thinks they can fight back. Your life is over now. I can't wait for you to see it, you cockroach. You're the one that's about to see the end. Huh? You said you went and cried to the CEO, right? And you told him about how a high school dropout like me withdrew that job offer? Yeah, I made sure to explain all my complaints to them. I told them all about how someone like you is just a cockroach to this world and that you're ruining their company. And then explained that they're better off getting rid of you since it's not a great thing for them to have you on their payroll. And then I ended my talks with them by saying they are best off firing you and not even giving you a package in the process. Well, that cockroach you keep talking to them about happens to also be a part of this company's leadership. Did you know that? Huh? The CEO of Green Earth happens to be the same as me and was also a high school dropout. He happens to know a whole lot about the world of business, but due to family issues, had to end his public schooling in high school and leave. I can't believe you'd go in front of someone like him and start saying such things about people like us. Are you sure? I'm actually really jealous that he was able to become the CEO of this company without even having to graduate from a university or anything. And many other people are jealous of that as well. But my jealousy has faded ever since he brought me up to his level and made me the HR department leader for the company. I wasn't able to get here overnight, though, as I had to prove to him that someone with the same past as him could also work hard, which I did. And after he saw that I was built for this company, he brought me up to his level, allowing me to now work alongside him. He's even told me that I'm a very serious worker, and he wants someone like me to rely on when need be. He really seems to have a liking for people like me, and that's why a lot of management within this company are people like us, who have had issues in the past with schooling but are serious and knowledgeable workers. What? And I think he agrees with my choice of withdrawing your job offer. And I mean, even if you did start to work here, you'd never last. Well, let's be real. It's going to be hard for you to work anywhere in this world. The only thing you'll be able to pass to get an interview anywhere is the company's preliminary hiring process because of your education. But after that, they'll see your behavior and immediately get rid of your resume. You're lying! Do you think other companies are going to do the same thing to me like yours has? They sure will. I'm pretty sure other companies are already learning about how horrible things turned out for you after what you did here. You made a fool of yourself, even in front of the CEO, and he's going to make sure everyone knows about that. You really did it to yourself this time, Autumn. I didn't know anything about him not graduating high school. Why should I have known that? What company would have a CEO who never graduated from a proper college? You graduated from Harvard, and that's your excuse for acting like this? I guess we'll just have to see what the CEO does about this now. Actually, you're better off looking for a new company to hire you right now before he starts spreading the news about you. What should I do, Aileen? I just got a letter in the mail from the CEO. He just told me that he's not going to give me another job offer and has asked that I stay away from his company for good. He's just pretty much ruined every chance I had of getting into that company. I'm glad to see that even he agrees with me on my decision to withdraw your job offer. I guess you've finally gotten a good taste of reality. And not just that, though. He even called Harvard and talked with them about me. He talked with the president of the school and said it's strange that someone like me would be willing to force my way into his office and complain to him. And he used that as another explanation for why he will not be hiring me anymore. Now that the president of Harvard knows about what's happened, they've told me they no longer want to give me my diploma when I graduate. Oh, my, they're not letting you graduate now? Well, I guess there's no point in even trying to find any other company to hire you. If you're not able to graduate, then no company will bother with you. But, what should I do? There's no way this is happening to me. This is all because of you, so do something about it. What? You think this is my fault? Well, it freaking is! It's all because of you withdrawing the job offer in the first place that everything's gone downhill. If you had never even bothered to try getting my brother to marry you, then you would have never had to come to my house talking about marriage. Oh, come on now. If you hadn't hit me in the face like that, then none of this would have had to happen. Nobody's forgotten about how violent and messed up you are, Autumn. But that was just my body responding to thinking you were a threat. then be upset with that body of yours that thinks it's okay to hit other people like that. Hey, you are my body. Talk with your body like that and maybe it'll stop acting on its own. Wait! Can you please think of a way to help me get out of this mess? I don't give a crap about you and your mess. To be honest, I think you deserve all that's happening to you right now. Stop messing around! Why do you think I deserve to be treated like this? Now that you've done this to me, I'm going to make sure you and Fred can never be a couple. What? As long as you're with him, my life is going to be hell. So if I allow you both to get married to one another, then my life will literally be ruined. I'll never be able to do anything with my life because things like this will just keep happening. So I'm going to end you two right now. What? You get the hell away from him right now, you plague. All you plan to do is marry Fred and become a parasite to him, right? You might have a job now, but the moment you get a ring on him, you'll quit your job and feed off all his hard work. You'll be a part of his life forever and will never have to work another day in your life while you force him to work to death.
I'm the one planning to leave my job. And what's so bad about her being married to me?
Wait, is this you, Fred?
I was watching Eileen as she sat there looking at her phone in distress. And when I came over to have a look at why she'd be looking that way, I saw that you're once again talking about her about your BS.
But listen to me, Fred. Why are you planning on leaving your job? You finally found a job at such a nice company, and you're going to quit now?
Yep, I spoke with Eileen about it, and that's what we've decided on. With the amount of money she brings in, there's no need for me to be working as well. And to be open about her skills, she may be a great worker, but she sucks at cooking and cleaning. That's why I'll be the one doing all the housework for her.
No way, that's not possible, Fred. A man that graduated from Harvard is going to become a house husband? That's a waste of your abilities.
Doing chores like cleaning and cooking is pretty rough work, and I think it'll be a fun challenge to take on. Also, I'll be at home most of the day, so I can do anything I please. I'll even be able to learn a ton of new things while at home, which is perfect since I love to study.
What?
Actually, I really want to study about a bunch of other things now, but I've had to work all week and never had time to. However, now that Eileen said she'll handle working, I'll be able to finally get to work studying. After all, she loves watching me spend my days studying about all sorts of surprising things. Recently, I've even gotten into studying about microecosystems, and have started a small garden within the house to help me understand them better.
That's...
But I'm sure you'll start to view me as the parasite now, huh? What you just said a little bit ago really hurt my feelings, Autumn.
No. That was...
You don't have to worry about how I choose to live anymore. But if you're going to start complaining about it like that, then the only choice I have now is distancing myself from you. So once we've had our wedding, I don't want you around us anymore. Whether it's Eileen or myself, we don't want you near us.
What? That means you want to cut ties to me, right?
Well, yeah. I don't want to see you anymore while you're acting like a jerk. To be honest, I've been planning on cutting ties to you for a while now.
Now, just wait a minute, Fred.
Good luck with your life as an unemployed and uneducated lowlife. Hopefully, next year, you'll be able to graduate from Harvard.
Later that day, Autumn heard from her parents that they wouldn't be paying for her to go another year at Harvard. And so after hearing that from them, she's been working hard trying to make money through part-time jobs. She's a smart cookie, so she claims, so working part-time jobs should be pieces of cake for her, but she continues to complain about how she can't be seen working with people who don't go to Harvard. And because of that, she isn't able to work at many places for very long. In the end, she chose to leave school and is now living in her parents' house, never coming out of her room. She goes onto social media a lot more now, and when she sees all of her former classmates working amazing jobs and doing all sorts of fun things without her, she becomes even more depressed and recedes deeper into her room.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Come to my school right now and get me, Mom. That advisor really did it to me this time, leaving me at school like this. Just because I was a little late getting here, they left and didn't even say a word to me. You're kidding me, right? You ran late to school again? Well, it's not my fault that a brand new crepe store was built right in front of the bus stop. I went inside there to have a crepe for breakfast, and that led to me being 30 minutes late. But to think that the advisor would just leave one of their students here to go to that championship, I cannot believe this. Especially when I'm a regular on the team. Well, it's your fault for being late to school again. I'm sure that advisor has told you plenty of times now to be careful about running late, right? Shut up, Mom. Who cares now? Just hurry up and come get me. If you can get me right now, you can take me to the championship and I should be able to make it there before things start. I'm waiting out front, so hurry it up. I'm sorry, Kylie. Ever since last night, I haven't been feeling too well. You're not feeling well, and so what? All morning long, I have been feeling miserable, and just a second ago, I took my temperature, and it seems I'm running a fever of 99 degrees. As of right now, I'm not sure I can drive. Huh? Well, then what's going to happen to me being at the championship today? This is the most important championship to me. It's also going to be my last championship before I'm done on the team, so I have to be there. I'm really sorry, but it is too dangerous for me to drive when running a fever. Do you think you can just come back home first? I can give your dad a call and see if he can take you. That would just be a waste of my time, so hurry up and get me already. Who cares that you have a simple fever? You're my mom and you should be able to do anything for me, right? What? Just put a cold cloth on your head and come get me. And then take me to that dang championship. That's your job as my mom, all right? This is your daughter's most important competition before she leaves the team. If I'm not able to be there for it, I'll hate you forever.
Hey, Kimberly. It's time for our date. Hurry up and get over to the cafe right now to see me. You and I have a lot to talk about regarding the divorce, so I want to make this quick.
Did you not listen to the voicemail I left for you?
Voicemail? What are you talking about? I don't have time to look for your voicemail, so hurry it up and get to the cafe. Today, I've done just as you've asked and brought my girlfriend along with me.
I'm sorry, Robert. Right now I have a really bad fever, so it's not the time for me to be going out. So can we just push our talks back to another day, and could you also go and get Kylie from school? She would really like someone to take her to her championship today.
Why should I have to be the one to do such a bothersome thing as that? Shouldn't her school be the one to have taken her to a thing like that?
Well, this is a very important championship for her. It's the last one before she leaves the team. And she's told me that she's always been the one playing for the team.
Do you think I care about that? Her being good at a sport or whatever in middle school isn't going to have an effect on her future now, will it?
What?
And as of right now, the only thing you should be concerned about is this conversation between the three of us. I'm not going to believe you one bit about some fever, so get yourself in the car and come meet us here. You can lie and try to cancel these talks all you want, but it's not going to stop the love that I have for my girlfriend.
I'm not even lying, though. I seriously have a fever. I just took my temperature again, and I'm at 102 now. Even if I wanted to go see you right now, I can't.
102? Are you sure you're not just shocked about how much I'm in love with another woman over you? That's why you have the fever. I guess you really do get stressed about everything, don't you?
Huh?
But I'm sorry, Kimberly. No matter how much you try and win me back over to you, it's not going to work. The chemistry just isn't there anymore. I'm deeply in love with Mary now. And once I've gotten the divorce from you, I'm going to be getting married to her immediately.
I'm not trying to win you back over to me, and I happen to want this divorce as well. And once this divorce happens, you go right ahead and get married to her. But right now, I really can't get out of this house to come and see you both. With how bad I'm feeling right now, having to talk about things like child support and the dividing of our properties will be too much. I just can't do that right now.
Well, then how about this? How about we don't delay things any longer and we end our talks right now? You didn't want to show up to talk today, so that's that. In other words, that means you don't care about the terms of the divorce, or leaving them up to me. And that means you don't care about what happens with the child support, the settlement, or the properties we have to divide.
What?
Both myself and my girlfriend really want this divorce to happen. Now. Then her and I will finally be able to get married. But right now, all this talk about wanting to delay our talks and all of that is stopping our dream in its tracks. So cut the crap, all right? We aren't going to change the date of our little meeting. And instead, the talks end right here.
You're lying, right? You can't do something as messed up as that, right?
If you're going to be upset over this, then get upset with yourself for having a fever on such an important day as this. It's a freaking disgrace for you, of all people, to be getting sick when you rarely ever leave the house as a housewife. You really are the most useless woman ever, and you're not going to let me believe otherwise, are you?
Huh?
Look, unlike you, my girlfriend is the perfect woman and will forever be that way to me. She cares so much about her health that she exercises every day, and it sure shows when she takes her clothes off. Because of that, she looks good in any style of clothing, and her skin glows, unlike the dried up crap that you have on you, old hag. And if that wasn't enough, she also happens to excel at cooking. Compared to that tasteless crap you make every day, her cooking is like that of a Michelin star chef.
I am so sorry that my skin and cooking aren't good enough for you. I really would like to work out myself, but I just don't have the time. And you want to know where all that time goes? It goes into caring for both my careless child and my useless husband.
Excuse me?
And another thing, you happen to love loads of sodium in all your meals, and that's why you always call my cooking awful. Did you know the amount of salt you eat every day is going to kill you soon? Did you forget about what the doctor told you this year after your checkup?
Shut it. It should be your job as the wife to take care of those bad results for me. You just continue to make complaints about everything and have excuses for why you can never be as good of a wife as you should be.
What did you say?
I'm done here. There's nothing else I need to say to you now. I'll leave you to hand in those divorce papers, all right? I don't care how bad your fever is. You should be able to go to the courthouse down the road, right?
Hey, I've had enough of your crap, Mom. When the hell are you going to come and get me from here? I have been waiting for 2 hours now in front of this stupid school for your butt to come get me. What, Kylie? Now I might not make it in time for the matches tonight. If I'm not there to play, the team will never win. So hurry up and get me right now. Now. What the hell could you be doing in that house right now that is more important than me? I'm sorry, Kylie. I had to go to the hospital. I was just taken back by the doctor and they are getting ready to examine me. Huh? You're at the hospital now? I've started to have a fever of 102 now. But luckily, while I was on my way to the doctor's, I was helped by someone who saw my state and they called an ambulance for me. That's why I'm in the hospital now. I had asked to have your dad get you and take you to the championship before all this happened. I'll ask him again right now to see if he'll come get you. I am not going to wait for all that to happen. Now, you leave that hospital right now and come get me. You do not have the time right now to be screwing off and going to the hospital. You tell the doctor you'll see him later and come get me right now. The doctor is not going to let me leave right now, Kylie. I'm not feeling well, and there is no way I can get you and take you all the way to the competition. I took some medication for the fever and all, but I need to get examined now to see what the problem is. I am not going to let you get away with stupid excuses like that. Who the hell cares how bad your fever is right now? You come and get me. Your dang daughter is asking you to come and get her, so you get your butt up and come get me. If you really want to slack off by sitting in the hospital all day, you can go do that after taking me to the championship. Kylie, did you not just hear me say that I was about to pass out in the streets? Are you not even worried about the fact that I'm extremely sick right now? Your own mom? I'll start to worry about you once you have something to offer me. If you take me to the championship, then I'll start worrying. Can you do that for me? Or better yet, could you go complain to the school about the idiot advisor that left me here at the school? I'll start worrying about you once you give me a reason to. What? Now, since you haven't done anything for me yet, you should just shut up and come help your child out. Your job as the housewife is to care for your dang family first. If you can't even do that for Dad and I, then you're not fit to be my mom. I'll make you responsible for me missing my last championship if you don't come and get me right now. Kylie, get the hell out of that hospital and come to the school. If you don't do that right now, I'll have Dad divorce you. How about that, Mom? Do you want for Dad and I to leave you for good? We're already getting a divorce, though. What? Oh, wait, I remember why I was walking on the street now. I was getting the divorce from your dad that he asked for. I wasn't trying to go to any doctor for my fever, so it's all happened now, actually. I'm no longer married to your dad, and if you think I'm not a good fit to be your mom, then so be it. I guess I'm too sick now to be having a conversation with some random child anyway, so I'll just end the messages now. Now I need to take care of myself, so I'm going to take a quick nap here. Good night. Wait a second, Mom. What the hell do you mean you're going to sleep now? Are you not coming to get me? And what's this about a divorce? I have no idea what's going on right now, Mom. Tell me what the hell all of this is about. I'm going to sleep now. Bye-bye.
Stop screwing around right now, you messed up hag. Because of you, I've been left feeling freaking embarrassed. Why would you do something like this to me?
You're being really loud right now. That's not the way to act around a sick person who's just woken up in the hospital, all right? What are you talking about right now, Robert?
I'm talking about how, because of you, I'm having to feel embarrassed. Why didn't you go to the school to get Riley? Because of you, the police and the school called me about her.
Really?
They were wondering why on the weekend one of the students was just standing outside the school all day. Someone close by saw her all day and decided to call the police because they were worried about her. And now, because of that, I'm having to take calls from both the school and the police. Get your butt up and come to the school right now.
You're kidding me. You never went there to get her after I specifically asked you to a while ago? I told you twice, actually, to go get her and take her to the championship.
And I told you that I don't care about some stupid championship. And I was planning on coming home after my day out with the lady.
Well, I also asked her to go home since I wasn't going to be able to get her. It's only a 20-minute walk from the school to the house, right? Anyway, shouldn't you be worried about your daughter and have gone to pick her up when I told you of my condition?
I don't give a crap about you or her. I was having my date with my girlfriend all day and don't need to be having the police yapping my ear off on the other side of the phone.
Are you serious, Robert? Even after that planned meeting we had at the cafe, you stayed with her for the rest of the day?
And I would have gone home after that meeting, but because you never showed up, the rest of my plans for the day were gone. And I had more time for her. You think I'd leave her to go home without taking her out on a date after that?
So you just left your daughter to stand out in front of the school all day when it's this cold out? All because you wanted to go out with your girlfriend on a date the whole day?
At the time, I never thought I'd be getting called by the police about it. Because of that, my girlfriend and I both freaked out and went straight to the school to get her. And the moment we got here, Kylie screamed out asking who the hell I was with. Do you have any idea how terrible that made me feel when we were all standing around the police and the school administrators?
Wow.
Right now, Kylie is so pissed off that I can't calm her down. All because she knows the reason for the divorce is because my girlfriend. When my girlfriend heard Kylie talking like that about her, she got upset with me as well. So to make things even worse for me, she took me in her arm and said that Kylie's dad was now hers. Then both the police and the school staff looked at me with terrible looks on their faces like I was the problem.
Well, you are the problem, hence why they all looked at you like that.
The police took me aside after that and started to lecture me on how embarrassed I should feel for leaving my daughter outside all day to be with the woman I'm cheating on you with. And none of the school staff wanted even a single word with me. This is the most embarrassed I've ever felt in my life, god dang it.
Oh, you poor, poor thing. Now I'm going to get back to sleep here, so goodbye.
Hey, wait, I'm not done talking to you just yet. Did you already go and hand in the divorce papers? I need to make sure you've gone and done that for me.
If that's what you want to know, then yes. You told me to hand them into the courthouse after all, didn't you? And as for myself, I've been waiting for the chance to finally end things between myself and one of the most toxic men I know. So when my fever was just a little bit done, I made the most of my strength and went straight down the road to the courthouse. But even though I was able to hand in those papers on my way back, I almost collapsed.
When you went and handed in those papers, you made sure to take full custody of Kylie, right? My girlfriend just told me that she doesn't want some back-talking brat like that in our lives anymore. Now that I remember, you and I never had the chance to talk about who'd have the right to her, right?
Well, we were planning on talking about that today, weren't we?
But even without us even having to talk about that point, you understood what I wanted, correct? Normally it's the mother that always wants full custody of their child, so you went and did that, right? I know that even without talking about that detail, you were able to assume what I wanted correctly.
I'm sorry, Robert, but I made sure that you took full custody of her.
What?
Well, if I was going to take her, then the paperwork would have only become longer for myself. I would have had to prove that I'm her mother, and then would have had to change both our last names back to mine. Just a lot of work. But when it came to what you told me before, you said you just wanted me to hand in those papers. You never gave me any instructions on who got custody of her, right? Honestly, to someone who's suffering the fever I am, it was strange of you to ask me to do all of this stuff to begin with. That's why I just left her with you, thinking that would be all right.
Are you stupid? Why would you do something like that without asking me first?
Who was the one that went ahead and decided things without me?
I don't need custody of her. Mary already told me that she just wants it to be me and her. Yet now you've gone and done it by making me take full custody of the brat.
I'm sure if Kylie were to hear what you just said about her, she would be pretty heartbroken. Not only was she shocked to find out that you've been cheating on me, she would now have to learn that you don't even want her anymore as your daughter.
God dang it. How the hell am I going to explain this to my girlfriend, huh? That's it. Now that I have to take care of Kylie, I'm going to need child support from you. Since you've gone and pushed her off onto us, we want $2,000 every month. If you can make payments like that to us every month, then I'm sure Mary will be just fine with us taking on the girl.
I have no reason to pay you guys child support. Remember how you said today that since we couldn't meet at the cafe, that meant nobody had to pay any child support? Since you never let me have the chance to talk about it, I'm not liable to pay you anything.
What did you say?
You're not going to have to pay me a settlement or anything, so it's all good, right? I think it's fine that the both of us don't get any money out of this.
I'm not playing games here, you witch. My girlfriend will not allow this if she's not getting any money. She's already told me she doesn't want Kylie, and I myself know that by having Kylie living with us, things will go downhill really quick. That's why you were supposed to take her off my hands, and then everything would have been completely fine.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm sure that by having her around you more, you'll both become good friends again. Women are like that, you know?
Are you sure?
And if I remember correctly, that girlfriend of yours is a bit younger than me, meaning she might be closer in age to Kylie than myself. So they might just become great friends due to that alone. So calm down now and have the three of you guys become close to one another this time. I can't take it anymore. Come here and get me right now, Mom. You should be out of the hospital now and feeling a lot better, right? Oh, what's happened? I was assuming that you, your dad, and his girlfriend were all living so well with one another. The life I am having to live right now is not at all fun. Everyone at school already knows about how Dad cheated on you and about how your guys' divorce went. And as for the advisor for the team, they're asking me to leave because I can't seem to stop being late all the time. I just have a few more months before I graduate from middle school, but they're all voting to kick me off the team. Oh my, Kylie, it sounds like you're having quite some trouble in school now. And it's not just school that's terrible right now. Life at home frickin' sucks balls. That stupid witch that Dad's dating is always so dang cold to me. Oh, is that right? That witch can't do anything on her own either, and she's just the worst. When it comes to the laundry, it is so half-assed, and the only cleaning she does is of the places she can see. Whenever I tell her that there's still some dust left behind to clean, she tells me to pick up the duster and do it myself. Well, that's too bad. And above all that, her cooking is horrible. Everything she makes is so dang greasy, and it tastes like bricks of salt. How can anybody even eat what she's cooking? But your dad told me that her cooking is leagues better than mine. She seems to be great at making meals that men like, but I guess it's not good enough for some child's stomach. I don't want to be around here anymore. Please just come and take me away from here. You've been left all on your own after the divorce, so I'm sure you want someone there with you, right? After all, mom's only reasons for living is to take care of their kid, right? I'm sure ever since you lost me, you've been so lonely and sad, right? Not at all, actually. Ever since you went with your dad, my life has been stress-free. What? And another thing, I'm not all by myself here. I've been surrounded by kids of my own recently, and things have been wonderful and fun every single day. I never knew taking care of other people could be this fun for me. Wait a second, what? Who are you living with right now? Don't tell me that you already got remarried and have kids. I am totally over being married and can't be asked for a husband. Right now, I've been working at my friend's foster home, surrounded by kids of all ages. And it's not just here that I'm working, but at the preschool next door with some more kids. So every single day is full of fun for me. You're working at a foster home and a preschool? You're working at two of the most annoying and loud places in this town. Well, contrary to what you might believe, all of the kids here at the foster care are very well behaved, and the same goes over at the preschool. A lot of them even help with the cooking here at the foster home and will clean up whenever they're done eating. And whenever I step in to do the chores, they always tell me thanks with a smile on their faces. I never knew that a single word like thanks could bring me so much joy. Right now, I'm having the time of my life working these jobs. What the hell are you talking about, Mom? You're supposed to be my mom, right? Stop taking care of some random brats and take me home with you instead. It's way more fun raising your own daughter, isn't it? And you should find working as my mom being the best job you've ever had. Kylie, I'm no longer your mom anymore. The divorce already took place and your dad has full custody of you now. So would you please stop calling me your mom because it's a bit strange. What? I hated taking care of you, actually. I had to spend every day being treated like crap by you because I was a housewife, and you would always talk to me in the most disrespectful tone. I don't love you anymore because of that, and if you want me to make that any more clear for you, consider today the last time you'll ever talk to me. You're kidding me. Why would you say something so mean to me as my mom? I'm your actual daughter, aren't I? You gave birth to me. And you were my actual daughter. Yet you said some of the meanest things ever to me, even though I'm your actual mom. Now I have some work left to do today, so goodbye forever. I hope things go well for you and your dad's girlfriend. Right after that last text, I never heard anything back from Kylie ever again. According to some whispers I've heard, though, things after that really went far downhill for Kylie, as she started getting into all sorts of trouble. Whether it was her newly found love for smoking cigarettes, or the fact that she'd constantly be getting caught up with the police. And on the most recent incident, both Kylie's dad and his girlfriend went to the station to get her, but the police already knew exactly who they were from the previous time they met at the school. There, the police told them that it was no wonder Kylie started to get into trouble, since both her dad and his girlfriend liked to get into trouble themselves. After that day, Kylie ended up dropping out of high school and would start her newfound life as a high school dropout. This was later followed by her dad and his girlfriend talking about breaking things off, and soon after that, they were no more.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.
Hey, Mom. I just went and handed in yours and Dad's divorce papers. Grab all your things and get out of the house now.
What? You handed in our divorce papers?
I had a lot of time on my hands today, so I wanted to do something fun, and that's when I remembered something. And that something happened to be yours and Dad's divorce papers. So I went and took them to the courthouse.
That's your reasoning? What were you thinking, taking your own parents' divorce papers and handing them in like that, Zara?
Huh? What's with that attitude? Are you actually going to get mad at me now? You could never get mad at me.
What?
You're so weak that you'd never be able to get mad at your own daughter. And that's what makes you such a sad woman, and one who will never be seen as anything else in her daughter's eyes. You're supposed to be my mom, and yet you're the one who's afraid of me. How depressing, right?
That's because...
And now you're starting to freak out again because your daughter is giving it to you. Well, you need to stop freaking out, all right? I've already been skipping school all I've wanted. I got my hair dyed pink, as well as hung out with all those older boys. Give it up, you useless woman. You're not some kind of mother figure to me after letting me get away with doing all that crap.
You only have one mother, Zara, and that's me. But the fact that you were always throwing temper tantrums anytime I tried to work with you, and because you would always call me disgusting while out with your bad friends, and because you would even chase after me with all of those older friends of yours, I sometimes don't even want to be your mother.
I laughed so hard back when we did that to you. You are still so scared of us now that every time I see you, you look like you're going to cry. Maybe we were being a little too rough on you then.
Hey, Zara. What turned you into such a brat like that? Right now, you're never going to any of your classes anymore. Even though that was the school you tried so hard to get into before.
Shut it, Mom. There's no point in me going to a private school like that anymore. I've tried all I could there to do well, but no matter how much I tried, my grades never went up. I'm getting tired of going there now. Who cares about studying all that crap anyway?
Are you kidding me?
Also, the friends that I have right now taught me all I need to know. They made it very clear to me that you don't need to go to school to have a good life. If anything, spending so much of your life studying is a waste of time and energy.
That's not the truth, though. Zara, when you were younger, didn't you want to become a doctor? If you put your time and effort into studying right now, you will be able to become a very respectable doctor.
The only reason I wanted to become a doctor was to get all that money, but I figured things out now. I have a father who is working for a very large company in a very high up position. As long as I have Dad around, I don't need to be making any money, right? In other words, there's no point in me wasting my time studying and working.
What? Are you wanting to become some kind of jobless loser now?
As long as I have Dad's money, why should I have to go out and work? There's no point to that. Yet every day you've been pestering me about going to school and studying for college. You're getting in the way of my happiness, so I want you out of my life now. And that's the reason why I'm having you and Dad divorced.
You can't be asking me to leave your life just because of that. I need to go to the courthouse right now and ask them to end the process of having us divorced. And then I'm going to have a word with your dad about this, and we'll see what has to be done with you. The three of us will sit down and have a long talk about what needs to happen with you, so that you don't end up like some jobless freeloader. If you don't want to study anymore, we can find something else for you to do with your time that will benefit you.
There's no point in talking to Dad now. Dad was the one who told me he wanted this divorce.
What?
I told Dad that I went and handed in those divorce papers for you both. And what do you think he said to that? You don't need some woman in your life that could never raise you properly, so this is perfect for the both of us.
No way. Your dad said that after you texted him?
And then he told me something. In order to keep you out of the police's hands, do what you want, but leave me out of it. Surprisingly, Dad is a very understanding man. So now that you're aware of things, I want you, a woman like you who can't even understand me, out of here. We don't need you in this family anymore.
If that's how things are going to be, then I'll go. Neither of you think of me as being important, so I'll leave. That's the only option I really have now. I'll go get my things together now and be out of this house as quick as possible.
Marie, I'm so happy to be in your family now.
And I'm so happy to have you as my daughter now. But are you really okay with me being your new mom? I am still a little nervous about becoming a part of your family now.
Hey, Marie, you don't have to be so nervous about us anymore. My dad and I both really want you to be our family now, so please stay with us. We would never want you to be on your own again. Unless this means you don't want to become part of our family?
That's not what I mean. Your dad is a very nice man, and you were such a cute daughter to me. So when you both said you wanted to become a part of my family forever, I was almost crying tears of joy at the news.
Then you can stop questioning how my dad and I feel about you and be our family now. You already married my dad, so you can't be anything else but our family.
That's very true, Michaela. Then please, take very good care of me as your new mom, alright?
I will. I want you to know that I really respect the person you are, Marie. Not only is your cooking the best, but you also bake some of the best cakes. And that's not all I respect about you, because you also happen to work full-time while catering to us. When I become an adult and don't have to go to school anymore, I want to become a woman and mother like you.
You don't have to praise me so much like that, Michaela. I'm not as amazing as you might think I am. So please, don't feel like you need to respect me that much just yet.
Please don't talk about yourself like that. I've already heard everything from my dad about you. You're currently making more money than he is every year. You've also been getting promoted and things like that a lot more often than my dad has. You're such a cool role model for me.
All of those things are just coincidences. Everyone within the company is so very kind to me, and they're always talking to my higher-ups about how good of an employee I am. There are plenty of people that I work with who are far better than me, yet they always make it seem like I'm the one who needs the promotions.
And when it comes to the house, you're such a cleaning machine. It's almost like you've worked as a housemaid or something like that before. But those are all the reasons why I really love you, Marie. Now, since today is the anniversary of when you first met my dad, let's all eat some really fancy food. I'll make sure to come and join you in the kitchen today to help out.
Thank you so much, Michaela. I think today I'll start working on making some of your most favorite foods, and then we can enjoy it together. I'm so sorry. I'm getting a call right now, so I'll talk with you in a little bit. Once I'm off the phone, I'll come right home and we can spend the rest of the day together, okay?
Hey! This is your dang daughter calling, so pick up the dang phone. People like you are so freaking slow.
What? Is that you, Zara? What do you want with me? It's been 2 years now since you last talked with me.
I have something I wanted to ask you, and that's why I've been trying to call you. What is this about you becoming my dad's boss? Since when did you get promoted to that position?
What?
I heard about this from Dad. He told me that his new boss turned out to be you, of all people. Was he being serious?
Wait a second. What do you mean I'm his new boss? Your dad is a company director, is he not? So how could he have become one of my subordinates?
Dad went and quit his job at that last company. Then he went and helped out one of his friends start a new company.
What? Is that right?
But that company didn't end up doing so well, so it fell apart within a few months. So the only choice he had after that was to find a new job. He joined a new company, and that's when he found out you are his boss.
Now that you mention it, just last week a man in his early 50s entered the company and has started to work for us. But recently I've been out of the office, so I had no clue who it was. Could that man really be your father?
Why the hell is someone as weak as you in a position to be calling yourself my dad's boss? There is something completely messed up about that. Back when you got married to my dad, all you were was some simple office worker, right?
Back when I married your father, I was really worried about you, so I couldn't focus on my job all too much. There were plenty of times your school would call me in the middle of my workday and ask me to come get you, so I was never able to stick around long enough to gain the company's trust. But once you allowed your father and I to get that divorce, I was able to put all of my time and energy into work, and that's really helped me out a ton. And since then, I've received plenty of promotions.
Huh? I don't care how much time and effort you've been able to spend on work. You should not be my dad's boss. How could you do something like that in only 2 years?
And that is why I really appreciate this company a whole bunch. A lot of the other employees here have all praised me for the work I've put in, which has led to all of my promotions. Of course, me being very weak-minded and worried all the time, I never wanted to make any mistakes and would take a lot of time double-checking and triple-checking all of my work. And over time, I was able to perfect triple-checking everything, and that efficiency soon led to me being very fast and precise. Because of that, it didn't take long for me to find my way into the position I have now.
So you're telling me you're lucky for being so worried all the time? Tell me how much you're making every year. You're my dad's boss after all. So that means you have to make around $100,000 every year, right?
What?
Come on now, tell me how much you're making every year. Do you have $100,000 on you right now? Are you still poor? Tell me.
I am making more than $100,000 a year.
All right then. If that's the case, then I think things can turn out all right for me. From now on, I'll make an important offer to come out and see you again.
What?
You haven't been able to meet my dad or I since the divorce, right? And I'm sure as my mom, never being able to meet me for the last 2 years has been hell, right? So I'll be kind to you this time and allow you to meet me once a month. What do you think? I bet you're so happy to hear this great news, right?
What's gotten into you? Why would you want to meet me now of all times? You hated me so much before that you kicked me out of the house and the family, right?
I sure did hate you that much, but if you have money now, things have changed. Because of Dad's stupidity letting all his money go to waste on that failed company, we don't have much money at all. Now I can never go out and see my friends, and I have to sit around the house all day with nothing to do.
What? You're not working at all right now? Last year was your last year of high school, right?
You think I'd really want to do something as boring as work? This is why I'm asking you to support me financially now, please and thank you. In order to come and see me, you have to pay a fee of $1,000 every time.
$1,000?
You're making over $100,000 a year now, so $1,000 should be nothing to you, right? You were forced into a divorce and had to lose both your husband and your daughter, right? I bet every day since then you've been so lonely and depressed. If you want to see your cute little daughter again, you have to pay me $1,000. I'm her only daughter, though. What? To Marie, the only cute little daughter she has is me. I don't think she has any other daughter that's worth spending $1,000 to go and see. So would you please stop talking to my mom like that? Huh? Who the hell are you? I'm Marie's daughter. Your mom went and married my dad just last year. So that makes her my mom now and no longer yours. And that means I'm her only daughter now. Huh? What do you mean she married your dad? I've never heard anything about that. Well, of course you never heard anything about it because you're not our family. I heard all kinds of stories from Marie about how she had to suffer through hell with the last family. But who would have thought that last family would be coming back asking her to pay them in order to see them again? You guys, and especially you, are far more toxic than I had first imagined. You? Who the hell do you think you are, talking to me like that? You aren't even related to my mom by blood, so shut your dang mouth. I will not sit here and listen to some little girl that was dragged into my mom's life by her daddy. But I'm the one sharing the same last name with her. So who cares that you both share the same blood? When you look at your family registry, you are no longer Marie's daughter, which means you are nothing to her now. You can use the excuse of being related to her by blood all you want, but to the US government, you are nothing but a stranger to her now. Huh? By the way, you can't use your blood relationship to her as any form of an excuse, since you went and kicked your own mother at the time out of her house. You're the one that wanted to cut ties to her, so stop trying to act like you have any say in her life now. If you cared so much about things like being related by blood, then why did you kick her out in the first place? What the hell? I want to know what you think you're doing talking to me like that. I will not listen to a bratty little creep like you just because you have a mom that makes over $100,000 a year. I never chose her to be my mother because of the money she makes. She's a very kind woman and someone I can view as a role model. My dad is also really happy with her, which in turn makes me really happy as well. That's why the three of us got together and I was asked if I wanted her to be my mother. And I said yes. You can't just become a family over a little discussion like that. I am related to that woman by blood, and I know deep down my mom wants to meet me right now. I bet you and your dad only want her to be your family for the money that she's making. Don't think you can call yourself her family over such a stupid reason as that. What did you say? I know she doesn't want to be your family because she should want to come back to me. I'm sure she'd love to pay $1,000 to come and be with me again. That's just the amount of love my mom has for me because she's my real mom.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to ever see your snarky ass ever again. And I'm not too sure I'm your real mother either.
What?
So would you shut your damn mouth and stop saying such horrible things to my daughter? I'm very upset with you right now, and if you say one thing more to her, I'm going to find you and make you wish you never had any fingers that allowed you to text. But that would tire me out having to go out and deal with you again. So leave us be and go back to the miserable life you found yourself in now.
You don't want to see me. What? Is this you again, Mom?
This is me again, Zara. I just got my phone back from my daughter. She was getting so frustrated that I was worried she'd break my phone. She's that kind of person when she gets upset after all.
Wait, Mom? You're joking about not wanting to see me again, right? I'm your real daughter after all. It would be extremely screwed up of you to not want to see the daughter you worked so hard for ever again, right?
I'm alright with it being screwed up. I don't want to see something that I don't want to see. The only one who wants to meet here is you, and that's only because you want my money.
What?
If that's the case, you should be paying me to have me come out and see you. I'd be the one having to spend my valuable time with someone I could care less about seeing. And honestly, that time would be better spent with family or at work. So if you'd like, I'll be the one to allow you to meet with me for only $2,000. So what's it gonna be, Zara?
Wait a sec. What's going on here? There's something off about you now. What happened to my mom? You're supposed to be quiet and reserved all the time, right?
You want the mom that's always worried and weak-minded, right? Let me ask you this. What happened to Zara? The one who always acted like she was the queen and like everyone should be working for her.
I'm
still that worried and weak-minded woman I've always been. However, thanks to there being luck on my side, I began to learn how to deal with my weaknesses. But that doesn't mean I'm not worried anymore. I still do fear a lot of things, and those things do make me quiet. But right now, I have someone that I need to protect, and that's why I'm stepping up and making sure they do not get hurt. And that someone is my important little daughter, who I will not allow to be hurt by some monster that thinks they can pull a fast one on my family. She's crying right now because she's so upset, and seeing that makes me want to find and strangle you.
What has happened to you? I don't care that you've grown a little. You should not be a completely different person right now.
Seeing someone I love being hurt has drawn out the beast I kept inside. I understand more than anyone that normally I'm very reserved and worried about everything. But at times like this, I will throw all of that away and become a monster myself. So what was it again? You think that I'm so lonely right now that I'd pay $1,000 to meet you? Screw that. My money only goes to one place, and that's my family. Why the hell would I ever give up $1,000 to some bratty adult just because they think I want to meet with them?
Did you just call me a bratty adult? Why would you ever say something like that about me? We are your family, right? Dad and I.
You are not my daughter, and your dad is nothing more to me than a ghost of my past. You are both strangers to me now, and I will never, ever have you calling me Mom again. My name is Marie, so you better start calling me that, you freak.
What?
If you're in that much of a need for money, how about you get up off your ass and do some work? I get that you choose to be a NEET after graduating high school instead of getting a job or going to college, but I will not have you using your inability to grow the hell up as an excuse for getting money out of me. Now don't ever talk to me again.
Hey, Mom, could you take a couple of minutes to listen to what I have to say now? Right now, the both of us are really in trouble.
Who's this mom you're talking about? And whatever happened to me saying never talk to me again? I get that you never went to study or anything, but you should at least be able to understand a little bit of English, right?
Please stop being such a jerk right now. We are really in some deep trouble at the moment. If we don't get some help now, we won't be able to keep the house we're in anymore, and we will have to become homeless.
Fantastic. And I care why.
You already heard the news, right? That Dad went and quit his job now because he couldn't stand you being his boss? Well, he didn't have any other job lined up before quitting, so now he's jobless too.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear after he came into my office cursing and cussing before he told me he was quitting.
But we already didn't have much money, yet now he's completely jobless. This can't be happening to us. So please, you only have to give us a little bit. Just give us a little bit of money. At least $500 a month would help.
I'm fine giving homeless people some money whenever I come by them, because most of the time, they're trying their best to get back the life they once had. But you and your father, I can't see any reason to want to help two jack-offs who don't do anything besides sit around and do nothing. If things are that bad for you both, then get a job, you freeloader.
How am I supposed to get a job now, though? There is not one place that will hire a high school dropout like me.
What? So you dropped out, huh?
You think I was going to be able to graduate after skipping my whole senior year? I was told to leave that school halfway through my last year.
So you were pretty much expelled then.
All because of my friends that I had at the time. They would always tell me things like, we can't get arrested because we're under 18 and all that. But one day we were all drinking some vodka out by the side of the road when a cop drove by and saw us. He went and took all of us in his cop car and drove us to the police station to have us all arrested. And when they sat us down to ask where all of that alcohol came from, those assholes all blamed me.
Nice.
I was thinking that everyone would be fine because I was still young and going to a private school. But the school had already gone through with all the paperwork to have me expelled, and the officer told me that being 17 years old, I should be responsible for my own actions. I know that I was kind of living a trashy life, but I didn't expect things to go so far. Anyway, right now I've been asked by those guys to go and join them at their part-time job, but I know something is wrong with the work that they're doing, so I can't go and join them. But they all know that I need money right now, and I know I need it as well.
I'm sure whatever it is they're doing isn't okay, so you should say no to them right away.
But they told me if I say no to them, I'll be screwed for the rest of my life. And since they still think of themselves as my friends, they won't let my life be screwed up. So if I say no, they will come and force me to work for them. They keep asking me why I wouldn't want to work with them when we've all been friends for so long. They all know no place else will want to hire me, so I have to go and work with them now. They all want to help me, but I don't want their help.
Looks to me like you've gotten yourself into quite the predicament. If you don't cut them out of your life soon, you're going to have some serious hell to pay. I understand that things were different when you were a teen, but you're an adult now, and you need to start thinking things through seriously. The world is a very tough place, so you have to choose between working with them and making bad money, or saying no and hoping they don't kidnap you.
That is why I'm asking for your help now. I want to get away from all of them, and I need money to do so. I promise to find a proper job afterwards. So please, just give Dad and I a little money to turn our lives around.
Nope. I already told you that my money is only meant for my family. You're both strangers. And not just strangers, but two idiots who threw me out of your lives. So there's nothing I have to do in order to help you both now.
No way.
Now, I'm sure life isn't going to be very fun for you from now on, but that's none of my business. I tried my best to help you back when you should have been going to school and preparing yourself for a life where you wouldn't have to do sketchy jobs in order to make money. But you wanted to be friends with those dangerous kids, and you wanted to skip school to go out and drink with them. And now that you're an adult, you have to learn how to take responsibility for all of your actions, and stop whining to those who have nothing to do with you at all. I'll be going now, and from here on out, please do not talk to my family or I ever again. It seems that Zara was able to get herself away from the group of dangerous young adults, and is now working at a convenience store close to her house. But a lot of those people she left were not happy with her running away, and when they found out where she was working, started to come in and cause all sorts of problems inside the store. Because of them always saying it was her asking them to come in and causing issues, she was fired. And the next job she'd find, she'd get fired from as well because of that group. A long and tiring cycle began for her of being fired, finding a new job, and being fired again because of those delinquents. As for my ex-husband and the life he was now having to suffer through, he was finally able to find himself a new job. However, this new job paid him even less, and he had to work even more to be able to keep paying the bills of his place. He can no longer enjoy the kind of life he once had, and now has to focus on going to work all day and coming home only to sleep a few hours before going back to work. When it comes to myself, I have the luxury of living in a family who truly does love me, where we can all be happy together.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey Lila, just want to let you know that starting from tomorrow, my little sister is going to be living with us. So sorry to ask, but I think you might need to prepare the guest room before then.
Wait, what? You mean Lila is going to be staying with us? And she's going to be arriving tomorrow?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently she's been looking around for a job for a long time, but still hasn't found one. But she figured there's no real rush since she's just graduated, so she's just not going to work for a little bit.
Hold on a second. What, are you serious?
Yeah, well, she will find a job eventually and stuff. But for now, she's just going to be living with us until then, okay? I mean, it's not like I can just let my sister live all by herself when she doesn't even have a job, you know?
But Chris, how can you just drop this on me so suddenly? I mean, you never mentioned anything about any of this to me before, and this house belongs to my family.
I know, but I just didn't ever have any time to tell you it was happening. And besides, she only has until the end of the week to move out of her apartment, so she doesn't have any time to find a new place to live. We just figured that this would be the easier solution for all that she's going through right now.
And she doesn't have anywhere else to go? Why can't she live with your parents at their house? Why does she have to come and live with us?
That's because she still wants to find a job and live in the city, and our parents live way out in the boonies. She's worried that if she goes to live with them, that she'll be stuck out there forever. But also, rent is so expensive. And her parents said that now that she's graduated, she needs to support herself. So, as her older brother, it's up to me to step in and help her out.
And there really was no other option that you two can come up with besides having her move in with us. Well, if she's going to be living here with us, that we should ask her to contribute at least $200 to her living expenses a month. What do you think?
Hold on a second. You want to charge my sister for living with us? But I just finished telling you that she doesn't even have a job.
Look, she doesn't need to find a full-time job just to pay $200. That's really like child's play money right there. Just tell her that if she is going to be living with us, that she needs to take a part-time job or something to help contribute to the house. I think charging $200 a month is actually a great deal for rent in this city that you said is so expensive.
No. We are not going to be making family members pay to live with us. That's ridiculous.
Are you serious, Chris?
Like it or not, she is family and she is your older sister-in-law. So anyways, you need to show some respect and let her live with us. Got it?
Okay then. If she isn't going to pay any rent and just have a free living expense here, can we substitute it with her at least helping to clean up around here?
Are you kidding me right now, Lila? She's been running herself into the ground looking for a job, and you want to make her work while she's with us?
So you just want to let her live in our house, oh wait, let me correct myself, my house, and not have her do one single thing. Just live here rent-free, not helping me. She's basically a freeloader when you think about it. I'm sorry, but I refuse to go with any of these plans you have, Chris. This doesn't make any sense.
You're not getting it. My sister brings one thing to the house that we'll really need.
Oh, so she is bringing something. And what is that exactly?
Well, when she moves in with us, she's going to be bringing her Mastiff with her too.
Wait a second. She's going to be moving in and bringing a huge dog with her too?
Yeah, she adopted the little fella about a month ago. She was getting so stressed out looking for a job and needed some companionship. At first, he was so tiny, but now he's a great big dog perfect for guarding the house while we're away. So it's really a 2-for-1 deal, get it? Besides, surely you want a dog to have around the house too, right?
Why would your sister adopt a dog when she has no money and she's about to be kicked out of her apartment? And most of all, why would she choose such a huge breed? Besides, you know the big dogs freak me out. I told you that I was bitten by one when I was little, remember?
I know, but think of it as a chance to grow up and face your fears. Anyways, just make sure that Meg's room is ready by tomorrow, okay?
Hey Lila, you there? I was just curious. Did you put tomatoes in that pasta you made for lunch? Because I actually really hate tomatoes.
Oh, really? I had no idea about that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so while I'm really glad that you're nice enough to make my lunch every day, could you please try and make something without tomatoes next time? I would have thought that my brother already told you about the things I like and don't like to eat. So maybe just be a little more considerate about my taste next time, okay?
You know, Chris and I have never talked about what you like and don't like to eat. But if you have a problem with what I cook for you, then maybe you can just get up and cook something yourself.
You mean you expect me to cook for myself?
Well, you only seem to complain about what I make for you, so why don't you just fix something for yourself since you know your taste so well? I mean, we're already letting you live here for free, and I'm cooking for you too, so if you have a problem for what I make for lunch, you can just make it yourself, like I said. Which reminds me, you really need to take better care of your dog and stop asking me to feed it and walk it for you. I'm not your mother, and I'm not going to keep doing everything for you now that you're a grown adult.
Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. I can't believe that you're going to treat me like this. I've been out all day looking for a job, you know? All I ask is that you fill up the doggy bowl every now and then, and this is how you treat me?
Oh, are you really looking for a job? Because it doesn't seem that way to me. Every time I walk by your room, all I see you doing is watching videos on YouTube. You're just goofing around.
Oh, that's not true. I really am looking for a job, I swear. You just happen to walk by when I'm taking little breaks because I'm so exhausted after looking for job after job and they just don't match the descriptions I'm looking for. The only problem is that I'm trying to find a job that's perfect for me and my lifestyle. I need one that pays me $50,000 a year, gives me weekends off as well as holidays, and if I don't have every one of those check marks listed, then I won't work. And do you really want me in the kitchen cooking for myself? Because I kept setting things on fire at my last place when I would try to do it. So if I try cooking for myself, I might just end up burning my big brother Chris's house down.
Well, if you can't get to the stove, why don't you just buy yourself some instant noodles and just heat it up in the microwave?
Wow, you know I don't have a job, so I don't have any money, and you're asking me to go out and buy my own lunch now too. All right then, how about you give me some money so I can go out and buy my own lunch then? That way, I wouldn't have to tell you how bad your cooking is every day.
You're fixing your mouth to ask me to buy you lunch now, too.
Yeah, and it would be really nice if you did that for me. I mean, I'm already getting an allowance from my big brother, but it just isn't enough to cover everything. He only gives me about $500 a month. Can you believe that?
Hold on a second. Chris is giving you $500 a month and you've already spent it all?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you now for money. You give me money, I buy my own lunch, and you don't have to cook for me anymore. I'm making maybe like $20 a day. How does that sound to you? That would put it around $600 a month, and yeah, I can work with that.
Letting you live in this house for free is more than you deserve. Are you seriously asking me for an allowance now too? I'm sorry, but I have no intention of paying you to do nothing all day, and I won't be giving you a dime.
Ugh, you are really a jerk. You know that? I can't believe that you're treating your younger sister-in-law this way, even though you know I don't have a job. I really never thought that you were this type of person before, Lila. Well, I have nothing more to say to you. Let me throw away this nasty pasta.
Hey, Meg, I was just curious if you were home. For some reason, my key isn't working on the front door. Would you mind opening it for me?
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one. I'm not going to let you take a single step in this house. And if you're wondering why your key isn't working, that's because I changed the locks on the door, so you can just turn around and find someplace else to live.
Oh, no, you didn't. You did what to the locks of the house?
Look, I had no choice. You were making this house an unbearable place to live in for me. You didn't cook for me in forever, and no matter how many times I asked, you never gave me any spending money. Well, I don't want a sister-in-law like you if that's how you're going to treat me, so you can just get out of here.
Are you kidding me? You are such a spoiled little brat, Meg. And unlike your brother, I am not going to tolerate this kind of nonsense from you anymore. I'm sorry things aren't perfect for you here, but you don't get to throw out the owner of the house because of it.
What are you even talking about, Lila? You don't own this house. Chris does. You may be his wife, but it doesn't mean that this house actually belongs to you or anything like that.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that I heard from Chris about how you didn't even want me to come and live with you two in the first place. But I did get to come and live here because that decision isn't up to you. It's up to my big brother since it's his house.
Meg, you are really making a big mistake here.
And just what mistake might that be, huh? You think you can trick me because you're older or something? Well, from where I'm standing, this house is only for me and my big brother. I don't want to live with a jerk like you anymore, so just leave and never come back.
You are seriously asking for it, Meg.
I thought that my brother told you to be nice to me. Well, you haven't been nice to me ever since I got here. Not once. All you do is nag at me looking for a job.
And you have yet to find a job, right?
See, there you go again, like a broken record. It's never, how are you, Meg? Or, what did you do today, Meg? You only care if I have a job or not. Well, I'm sick and tired of it, you old hag.
What did you just call me?
I'm just so fortunate that my big brother has such a big heart and is willing to help people in need like me. But since you can't respect the rules of this house or my brother's wishes, then you can just leave. Just go.
Rules of the house, huh? How noble of Chris to use my house to help you.
Just what is that supposed to mean?
What that means is that you have no idea what you're talking about, little girl. You've been freeloading in my house this whole time, and instead of being grateful or offering to help out all day, you just do nothing, not even looking for a job. Well, I had my fill of your horrible, ungrateful attitude. I'm done.
Wait, I don't understand. What do you mean this is your house? That can't be right. My brother bought this house.
And just what makes you think that's the case? Tell me, who told you that?
Well, I mean, after you and Chris got married, you both moved in here, right?
You really don't have a single clue about what's going on, do you? Well, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but this is my family's heirloom. Both of my parents died when I was younger, and it had been sitting empty in this lot for a while. But after Chris and I got married, we decided to move into it and fix it up a bit, so the house never belonged to your brother.
Are you kidding me?
In fact, it was your big brother who told me literally one day before you showed up that you were going to be moving in here with no warning whatsoever, and you assumed you could do whatever you want because you thought it was Chris's home. But I refuse to stand by and do nothing anymore. If you want to keep living in this house, you are going to start paying rent every month.
Wait, what? You're going to start charging me rent now?
That's right. And for a place like this, I think a starting price of $2,000 is more than fair. And I'll start collecting on the first of the month, so don't be late paying your landlord.
But that's way too expensive. I can't afford that much in rent.
Oh, and that doesn't include utilities, not to mention the fact that you'll be buying your own food from now on. I imagine that'll probably be another $1,500 for utilities and probably another $2,000 a month for food and other living expenses. And maybe you can ask your big brother for help, but that means you're looking at another $4,000 a month to live here.
You expect me to pay $4,000 a month just to live here? But I don't even have a job. I don't have any income to pay you. I wonder if Chris will be able to afford all of that on his salary.
I really don't think that you're going to be able to ask him to cover everything. It's been a long time since his last raise, and he doesn't make that much anyways. I actually pay about 90% of all of our expenses, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to ask your big brother for help again.
Does my big brother really make that much of a low pay at his job?
That's right. But I know you can find a job somewhere that makes your checklist, that can really supplement your income. Although, it's really doubtful that you'd be making $50,000 out of the gate.
Hey, Lila, are you really going to be moving out of the house? You're really not going to be coming home at all?
I'm afraid so. Your sister locked me out of the house and told me to get out, so I don't have anywhere to go.
Well, don't worry. I spoke to Meg and I told her that she needs to get her act together. Please, you have to forgive her. She's still really young. Just come back home to us. Please?
I am only going to come home on the condition that if I do, Meg has to go.
Oh, come on. Don't be unreasonable, Lila. She's still looking for a job. You know this.
Well then, I guess I just won't be going back home. Maybe you heard from Meg, but I'm going to be charging both of you rent now that you'll be living there along with your sister, and I'm going to give you a special rate of $2,000 each a month. How's that?
Come on now, hon. You know that neither of us can afford that? Please don't act like this.
Act like what? I'm the one who was forced to take on a freeloader, and now I'm kicked out of my own house by said freeloader. I have half a mind to divorce you, Chris.
Hold on a second. You want to get a divorce now?
You just let your sister come to live with us without ever talking about it to me once. I'm your wife, and you just made this decision all on your own. Not only that, but you were giving your sister an allowance of $500 a month.
Well, I mean, come on. She's my little sister, and I felt really bad for her.
And what about your wife? Have you ever thought about me throughout this whole ordeal? Did you ever feel bad?
What do you mean?
I mean that last week was my birthday and you didn't do or get me anything. I've had so much stress building up ever since Meg came to stay with us, and you haven't done anything at all to help. If anything, you just lied to me about what you had so you could keep sponsoring Meg.
Now hold on. I wasn't lying per se.
I mean, I would have been happy if you had just gotten a cake from the grocery stores. It didn't have to be anything fancy. Don't you see how hard I've been working for all of us? No, I've made up my mind. I do want a divorce. I'm going to collect the paperwork first thing tomorrow.
Hold on a second, please. I really was hurting financially, I swear. And you're right. I should have talked about Meg moving in with us a long time ago. But we don't have to get a divorce over this, right?
It's way too late to try and apologize your way out of this now, Chris. If you really don't want this to be the end of us, then you need to put some action behind those words and do what's right.
Lila, please, you have to help me. My dog started growling at me and I think he's going to attack me.
What happened to your dog?
Well, after you finally got out of here, I thought that I would take him out for a walk since it had been so long, and then when I took him out of the house, he wasn't listening to me at all. He just got more and more upset with me, and he started to growl at me. I tried to pet him, and he nearly bit my hand off.
Wow, I wonder what could have gotten into him. He never acts like that when I've taken him on walks before.
But then, when I got back home, I couldn't open the door. I tried calling Chris, but he just told me to go away. He kicked me out of the house. Can you believe it?
No, I'm actually shocked. I guess he finally grew a backbone and put his money where his mouth is.
But I don't get it. Why can't I stay with you two any longer? Please, I can't be out here with this dog. Tell Chris to let me inside. I don't know what's gonna happen at this rate.
They always said dogs were a good judge of character. Maybe he understands just what you've been doing this entire time. Not to mention the fact that I've been the one taking care of him, and you were the one who threw me out. Oh, I guess he misses me, huh?
So you're saying that he thinks I'm a bad person or something like that? But he's my dog! I own him!
As for your brother, I told him that I would leave him if he didn't throw you out of the house. Well, I guess you can see the choice he finally made.
So he chose you over his own little sister? This is ridiculous! How could he just throw me out like this? My own brother!
Just give it a rest already. Go home, Meg, to your own parents' home. It's over. Can't you see that?
I can't do that, though. I told my mom and dad that I already found a job and a place to live here.
Why would you tell them something like that?
Well, I didn't want them to think that I didn't know how to take care of myself. I didn't even go to college. I've just been lying to them for the past 4 years about what I've been doing.
Well, in that case, you really need to go home and own up to them. I can't believe that you lied to me, your brother, and your parents about this whole entire thing.
But I really do want to find a job now, I promise. So please, don't kick me out. It's the only place I've got to live now. I promise that I'll start paying rent as soon as I find a place to work.
No, I'm afraid that I've already made up my mind. In fact, I've already told your parents about what's been happening too, so I asked them to pick you up and take you home.
Wait, what? How could you do that? I'll have to tell them everything when they get here. You can't do this to me!
Well, it wasn't long after that Meg's parents showed up to our place to pick her up. I heard from Chris that they gave her a serious lecture in front of our lawn and our neighbors, and after that they dragged her back home and set her up with a job with a family friend who owns a small business. In exchange for letting Meg live with them, however, they had complete control over her salary. They made sure to give her a couple of $100 every month for whatever she wanted to spend it on, and the rest she had to pay for rent. Chris and I tried to make things work after all that happened, but it was no use. I mean, I told Chris again that I wanted a divorce, and he started to break down and cry in front of me. I told him that if he didn't want to lose me, he would have to work hard and pay his fair share of our expenses. After that, he really started to focus on his work and started getting more raises and promotions. As for me, well, things settled down after that. However, Meg's parents weren't really big fans of big dogs like the one she had, so I agreed to take him in, having grown fond of the cute little guy. He is a big dog, so he stays in the backyard with his own little doghouse, and yeah, he just has room to run and play and live the good life.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.